All right, so let's get into this. Today we're doing a deep dive on Shopify's Q4 2024 earnings call.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited.
this one was exciting.
Yeah.
It wasn't just your normal earnings call. This one really gives us a peek into where commerce is going.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see how Shopify is evolving beyond just that basic e-commerce platform. I mean,
Right.
they want to be the engine of all commerce everywhere.
Absolutely.
Oh.
And the numbers show it too, right?
Yeah.
They absolutely crushed their Q4 results. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it back when everybody was like stuck inside
Right.
and starting their businesses online
Yeah.
using Shopify. Well, they hit almost $300 billion in GMV. That's like the total value of everything sold on their platform.
Wow.
That's 2.5 times more than just 4 years ago. It's incredible, the scale.
Yeah, what's so impressive is they're growing and also maintaining this financial discipline,
Right.
22% free cash flow margin.
Wow.
That's healthy.
Yeah, and you know what else? They hit the rule of 50.
Oh, yeah.
Some people might be listening going like, what is that? Well, basically it means their revenue growth rate plus their free cash flow margin is over 50%, which is like
That's tough to do.
really hard,
Yeah.
especially for a company their size.
Yeah.
It really shows how financially healthy and well managed they are.
Yeah, I think this really points to their balanced approach, It's not like they're choosing growth over profit or the other way around. They're nailing both, and it's a real sign of smart decision making.
One thing that really jumps out is how much their success is tied to their merchant success, right?
Absolutely.
It's like they're laser focused on giving businesses all the tools they need to win,
Yeah.
whether it's like a small bakery setting up shop online
Yeah.
or a huge brand like Reebok.
Yeah.
Shopify wants them to succeed.
It's like you said, it's that symbiotic relationship, right?
Right.
By helping the merchants succeed, Shopify grows.
Right.
It's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just online either. Those Powered by Shopify badges we see everywhere online.
Oh.
Well, they hold over 12% of the U.S. e-commerce market.
Wow.
That's huge. That means over 875 million consumers. It's like 1 in 6 people using the internet bought something from a Shopify store last year. I mean,
That's a huge amount.
it's a huge reach.
Yeah. And it's not just online stores anymore. The point of sale system, POS,
Yeah.
that's gaining a lot of traction too. Even like huge brands like FC Barcelona use it
Right.
to manage their physical stores.
It shows how they understand that buying and selling isn't just online or offline anymore. It's all blended together. And they're providing solutions for both.
Right. They're not just adapting to commerce changing, they're shaping it.
Exactly.
And speaking of changing, their B2B platform is growing like crazy.
Oh, yeah. B2B is on fire. They've seen over 100% year-over-year growth for 6 quarters in a row.
That's wild.
That's not even growth. It's like an explosion. They're going to be huge in wholesale.
It really shows how versatile their platform is, It's not just for direct to consumer. They're providing solutions for the whole system.
Yeah, they're thinking big. And then let's not forget AI.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're investing so much into it. They're using it to simplify everything from setting up a shop to customer service.
Yeah.
Their AI assistant Sidekick.
Right.
It has the potential to be a game changer.
Yeah, their focus on AI is really smart. They're not just cashing up, they're pushing boundaries. AI can really boost efficiency and productivity, and they're giving it right to the merchants.
Right. And they're not limiting themselves to North America either.
Oh, yeah?
Shopify is really pushing into new markets, especially Europe and Japan.
Yeah.
They see that global retail is embracing e-commerce,
Right.
and they want to be at the front of that wave.
Global expansion's crucial for long-term growth. The global e-commerce market is huge, and they're setting themselves up perfectly.
Now think about this. Their Shop app, it's seen a 6-fold increase in GMV in just the past 2 years.
Wow.
I mean, this app is becoming the place to find and buy stuff from Shopify merchants. It's like having a personalized shopping mall right there on your phone.
It really changes the game, doesn't it?
Right.
It builds a stronger connection between merchants and customers. It creates brand loyalty. It encourages people to buy again.
Absolutely. And it seems like they're really hitting that sweet spot between aggressive growth and, responsible money management.
Yeah.
They're not just throwing money at every new idea.
Right.
They're investing strategically while keeping things healthy.
Exactly. They're playing the long game.
Right.
They understand that sustainable growth means balancing innovation with financial discipline.
Exactly.
And that's what sets them apart.
Yeah. And speaking of strategic moves, they made an interesting change to their merchant trial periods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're moving from mostly 1-month trials to 3-month trials.
Interesting.
In most areas now, it might seem counterintuitive,
Yeah.
but their data shows those longer trials actually get merchants to those higher GMV milestones faster.
Oh, wow.
So they're willing to take that short-term hit on revenue because they believe it'll lead to stronger long-term growth and more successful merchants.
I like that it shows their commitment to their merchants' success. It's not just about signing people up quickly, it's about building those lasting relationships.
Exactly, and really giving them the tools to grow.
Yeah, they're putting their money where their mouth is.
Exactly. It shows real commitment to that whole commerce ecosystem.
Absolutely, and confidence in their platform,
Yeah.
you know? They know they can keep those merchants and help them grow, which really shows how strong their product is.
Right. And another thing that impressed me is their commitment to investing in future growth.
Yeah.
They're prioritizing things like international expansion, B2B, and their core platform
Yeah.
instead of just squeezing every dollar of profit right now.
Smart.
Yeah. They're playing the long game.
They have a clear vision for the future. They're not just sitting pretty with where they are. They want to shape the future of commerce.
Right.
And with those investments and their strong financials,
Right.
they're well on their way.
They've also been really good at managing their operating expenses. They've achieved significant leverage over the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Their Q4 operating expenses were only 32% of revenue, which is a huge improvement from 52% just 2 years ago.
That's great. Cost control is so important for long-term profitability.
Yeah, absolutely. So overall, it seems like Shopify is doing incredibly well. They're exceeding expectations, making smart decisions, and setting themselves up for success for years to come.
I agree. They're executing their strategy perfectly, delivering amazing results and really showing their commitment to long-term growth and innovation.
They've built this powerful platform that's not just keeping up with commerce, but actively shaping it.
They're not reacting to trends, they're ahead of them, which puts them in a great spot to lead the industry for years to come.
It's pretty amazing how they've gone from a simple e-commerce platform to a global commerce powerhouse.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It really makes you think about what the commerce landscape will look like in 5, 10, even 20 years, and what role Shopify will have.
Oh, yeah. That's an exciting thought.
Right.
A lot.
Now, before we get into our This Is Not Financial Advice segment, where we'll throw out a crazy trade idea based on what we've learned,
Oh, yeah.
let's dig a little deeper into their financial performance.
Yes. Yeah, let's take a closer look at those numbers and see what we can find.
Absolutely.
Okay, so first up, let's look at that impressive revenue growth.
Yeah.
31% year over year in Q4, hitting a record $9.6 billion.
Wow.
That's phenomenal, especially considering how big they already are.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
They've managed to keep up this crazy growth rate, even as they've
Wow.
become this multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
It really speaks to the strength of their platform, the size of the market, and their ability to keep innovating.
Absolutely. And we can't forget about profitability.
Right.
22% free cash flow margin in Q4.
Wow.
I mean, that's seriously impressive for a company growing this fast.
It's a really clear sign that they're not just growing for the sake of growing. They're building a sustainable, profitable business.
Yeah.
And all that cash flow gives them flexibility to invest in future growth.
Yeah.
Maybe make some acquisitions or even return some capital to shareholders down the line.
It's interesting to see how they're balancing all that, right? I mean, they're obviously focused on investing for growth right now,
Right.
which makes sense given all the opportunities they have.
Right.
But they're also thinking long term and understand the importance of that strong cash flow.
Exactly. And they've also made some big strides in operating efficiency.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, their operating expenses as a percentage of revenue have gone down significantly over the past couple of years,
That's good.
which shows they're becoming more efficient as they scale.
That's a really positive sign. It shows they're not just throwing money at every problem. They're figuring out how to do more with less,
Right.
which is key for that long-term profitability.
Absolutely. They also gave us a little glimpse into their Q1 2025 outlook,
Okay.
projecting revenue growth in the mid-20s,
Nice.
which is still really strong considering how tough the economy is right now.
It's a healthy projection that shows they've got momentum,
Yeah.
but they're expecting some margin pressure in the first half of the year because of that switch to longer merchant trials and the continued growth of their merchant solutions segment, which has lower margins compared to their subscription solutions.
Right. Those longer trials will probably impact subscription solutions revenue in the short term.
Yeah.
But like we talked about earlier, it's a strategic move.
Right.
They think it'll pay off in the long run with more successful engaged merchants.
It's a trade-off they're willing to make for those long-term gains. They're playing the long game,
Yeah,
which has worked out pretty well for them so far.
absolutely.
Right.
All right, so now let's get a little speculative.
Yeah.
It's time for our This Is Not Financial Advice segment,
There we go.
where we take everything we've learned and toss out a crazy trade idea.
All right, remember everyone, this is just for fun.
Purely hypothetical.
Don't make any investment decisions based on what we're saying here.
Yeah, we're just playing around exploring some possibilities.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's the scenario. What if Shopify partnered with a major social media platform
Okay.
to create like a totally seamless in-app shopping experience? Imagine scrolling through your feed and being able to instantly buy anything that catches your eye, all powered by Shopify.
Okay. It's not totally crazy, right?
Right.
Social commerce is huge.
Yeah,
And Shopify's in a great spot to take advantage of that.
absolutely.
A partnership with a social media giant could open up a massive new market for them.
Let's say hypothetically they team up with, I don't know, TikTok.
Oh, interesting.
TikTok's got this huge user base, highly engaging content, really appeals to younger people.
Yeah.
It would be the perfect partner for Shopify.
Yeah. Think about teenagers discovering new products on TikTok and buying them right there without leaving the app.
Right.
That changes everything.
And think about the potential for influencer marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Influencers could promote and sell products directly through their TikTok videos.
Wow.
It would take social commerce to a whole new level.
It would completely disrupt e-commerce as we know it.
Right?
Traditional platforms would have to compete with something that's got a direct line to billions of users.
Right. And think about the benefits for merchants.
Yeah.
They get access to this massive new audience and a super effective way to showcase their products.
Yeah. It would be a win-win-win for everyone. Consumers, merchants, Shopify, and the social media company.
Exactly.
Uh,
Of course, there would be challenges
right.
like data privacy integration complexities, maybe even antitrust scrutiny.
Yeah, those are all important points.
Right. But let's not forget, Shopify has a history of overcoming big challenges.
That's true.
They've built this platform that seamlessly connects online and offline commerce, manages these complex global operations, and empowers millions of businesses.
Yeah, they're not afraid of a challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So while this partnership is totally hypothetical right now,
Right.
it's not impossible.
Yeah. And if it happened, it could have a massive impact on the future of e-commerce.
Definitely something to keep an eye on.
Mm,
Shopify is always pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
right.
They're not afraid to experiment and take risks, which is why they're so fascinating to watch.
Okay, so stepping back from that hypothetical scenario, let's think about what all this means for the average listener.
Right, because at the end of the day, it's not just about numbers and crazy ideas.
Yeah.
It's about understanding how all these trends impact our lives as
Right.
consumers, entrepreneurs, and investors.
Exactly. Shopify's story is one of innovation ambition and a deep understanding of how commerce is changing.
Right.
They're not just making an e-commerce platform, they're building a whole ecosystem where businesses can thrive and consumers can discover and buy things in a way that feels natural.
They're making commerce more accessible, more efficient, and more enjoyable for everyone.
Absolutely.
And that's worth paying attention to, whether you're running a business, investing in the stock market, or just trying to understand the forces shaping our world.
Yeah, it's incredible to see how they've grown from a simple e-commerce platform to this global commerce powerhouse.
It really is.
And it's exciting to think about what they'll achieve in the future.
So before we wrap up this deep dive into Shopify's Q4 2024 earnings call, let's shift gears and talk about some of the bigger implications of their performance and their vision for the future of commerce.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's connect the dots and see what bigger picture insights we can get from all this information.
It's like they're playing the long game here, right? They're building something that's not just keeping up with trends, but shaving them.
Absolutely.
Not just reacting, but anticipating.
Right.
That's a key takeaway for anyone who's thinking about the future of business.
Yeah, it's not just about selling online anymore. It's about creating this whole ecosystem where any business can thrive
Right.
and customers can discover and buy things naturally and easily.
Right.
Shopify's leading the way.
It's amazing how much they've done already.
I know.
They started as this simple e-commerce platform, and now they're powering a huge part of global commerce,
Yeah.
making it more accessible, more efficient, more enjoyable for everyone.
Their success comes from their focus on innovation, their commitment to those merchants, and their ability to adapt as the market changes.
Think about it like this. You're a small business owner just starting out.
Yeah.
Shopify gives you the tools to compete with the big guys.
Right.
You can set up shop online, manage your inventory, process payments, reach customers all over the world.
It's empowering.
And as a consumer, you benefit from all the variety and convenience that Shopify-powered businesses offer.
Oh, yeah.
You can find unique products, shop from independent creators, and find exactly what you need in just a few clicks.
Yeah, they've made it easy.
Shopify's really democratizing commerce, leveling the playing field, and creating opportunities for everyone.
And they're not stopping there.
Right.
Those investments in AI international expansion, the Shop app,
Right.
it all shows they're not settling. They're pushing forward, finding new ways to improve the experience.
So what does this all mean for you, whether you're an entrepreneur, an investor, or just a curious consumer?
Yeah.
Shopify's story is worth paying attention to.
They're changing the world one transaction at a time.
And they're not done yet. We've covered a lot today, from their amazing financials to their vision for the future of commerce.
Yeah, we have.
But one thing's for sure, Shopify is a force to be reckoned with. And this is just the beginning.
Absolutely. It's been a great deep dive. I think we all have a better understanding of where Shopify stands, what they're aiming for, and their potential to change how we buy and sell in the years to come.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Shopify's world. We'll catch you next time for another exploration of business and technology.